And today, I think computer skills are essential. I am enormously grateful that the computer, the desktop computer, came in before I was finished working for the Historical Society. The Society acquired computerized, and I had to learn how to do a computer. I was not too far from retirement, but I had to learn how to do to run a computer, the basics of using a computer, and went on into the internet. And I'm far from any expert. I mean, I help, but I'm not afraid of it, and I couldn't do most of what I do today if I didn't know, I didn't have those skills. So obviously, but today's generation of youngsters get them in first grade.
Right.
I mean, they live in a different world than I do, and that was one of the points I made also in that essay on A View from the Greatest Generation. It always, I quote in there the poet scientist Loren Eiseley, who he died in 1977, before computers came in, really. I mean, there were computers, but not on people's desks. The personal computer had not yet really taken hold at all. I'm sure he had access to one at work because he taught at the University of Pennsylvania. He was an anthropologist. But he observed in one of his books that the world that he grew up in had long since vanished. And looking back on his childhood was like looking back through misty centuries. And I can relate to that. Of course, his childhood was just before World War I. Mine was just after World War I. And there was a difference there. I grew up knowing, with the radio and electricity, living in the city, and the automobile, which he didn't as a little child. But it's the rapidity of change in today's world, which is not only appalling but frightening when we look at climate change. 20 years ago, we thought we still had several hundred years to deal with that. We know now that we don't, and I think it's part of my role as a Green is reaction to that enormously rapid change, and where do we go from here? What do we do? And will we do anything before we wipe ourselves out? I frankly am, very dubious that this will happen. But I'm depending on people your age and younger to take hold and do something about it.